Hi,
And
Vandana.
starting the session with your permission. I hope it's okay.
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
Great, thanks. Hi,
How
Brad.
are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well, and thank you so much for joining. I am starting you a little bit sooner than your desired time because my first speaker is actually, I can't see her right now. All right, so let me introduce our first guest today. He is Mr. Brett McLean from Cape Breton University. Hi, Brett, and thank you so much for your time. We are going to be talking about the upcoming careers in Canada, benefits of studying at Cape Breton University and Nova Scotia as a province, because a lot of times we only want to be in the bigger countries, bigger provinces, and the benefits of and the popular programs your university offers, and how is the job market in Canada as per your, so over to you, Brett.
Sure. Well, thank you very much for having me on this Sunday evening. It's great to see so many participants out for this session. And what I'd like to do is just take, I think, what is it, Vandana, 15 minutes kind of have to talk about Cape Breton University, Nova Scotia.
Yeah, and the popular programs, and then we'll open up to question and answers.
Okay, so I normally have a PowerPoint that I could show, but I think it might be easier just kind of to talk about it more informally, and then certainly any questions. So yes, I just want to reiterate kind of the talking points that Vandana's already made. Public universities in Canada certainly are where you want to be looking to study. Of course, there are excellent public colleges, but for us, we are a public university located in Nova Scotia. As Vandana aptly pointed out, I think when most people think of Canada, they typically think of, Toronto, Vancouver, or Montreal. Similar to probably when people think of India, they think of Mumbai, they think of Delhi, they probably think of, Calcutta. But of course, there's a lot more regions of India and a lot more cities in India, and it would be the same for Canada. We're a smaller province located on the far east coast. We're right on the Atlantic Ocean, and we are a smaller province. We're only about 1 million people, but we are one of the founding provinces of Canada and actually are considered the education province with 9 public universities. I say public universities as well, because when you graduate, you really want to be looking at a public institution in Canada with a designated learning institution code so that you can qualify for your postgraduate work permit, but also so that your degree is recognized not just in Canada, but elsewhere. So one of the reasons why a lot of people choose to study in Nova Scotia, I think, opposed to, say, Ontario or British Columbia or Alberta, are a few things. And I often tell students, you can't have everything. You can't have a large Canadian city with a low cost of living, with good tuition, as well as good immigration options. You need to pick one or two things. And often, I'll hear students say, look, my brother, he's living in Vancouver, and it's very important for me that I'm near my brother. And to that, I absolutely recommend going to Vancouver or to British Columbia, and certainly Futures Abroad and Vandana can help you with that. I know other students will often say, a budget, I don't have a budget. I could spend as much as I need. And certainly there's a lot of larger cities in Canada that, while expensive, if this is not a concern for you, then of course. But for Nova Scotia, if permanent residence is important to you and getting a good quality education, but perhaps at a lower tuition fee, this is what we offer. Certainly in Nova Scotia, we have a much more affordable cost of living than other parts of Canada. And we often get students that are a little bit older coming with their families for postgrad programs, because if they come with their spouse or their children, it's a little bit better to live in a place with a lower cost of living. The other important factor is certainly permanent residence. I am not an immigration consultant. Don't take this as immigration advice. But if you decide to study in Nova Scotia, we do have something called the Atlantic Immigration Stream. And this allows you
Sorry, Brett. Can I
Sure.
pause you here? And can I apologize with everybody? We have a lot of people who still want to register. Somehow everybody registered at the same time, and people are getting an error message. They're not able to enter. Can I request everybody if I restart the meeting and everybody rejoins me again, because there is some, I think a lot of people joined at the same time and they're not, now it's sort of stuck technically. Is that okay with everybody? Please, I'll stop it. Very sorry, Brett, again, and everybody. I'm going to close this session and please rejoin. I'm going to open again now. Yeah, very sorry,
Sure.
everyone.
Okay.
And thanks for your patience. Sorry, Brett.
We do have over 100 programs, and I'll be here till next Tuesday if I go through all of them. And I am quite keen, Rachel, that I know that also you're here to present. But we offer programs at the undergraduate level from everything from engineering technology. We have a very strong oil and gas program that we're partnered with ExxonMobil. We have, of course, your typical undergraduate programs in finance, accounting, and business. But we also have a lot of programs in healthcare management, occupational health and safety, supply chain management, and business analytics at the postgraduate level. At the moment, we do get quite a few students, not just for the undergrad programs, but also for the postgrad programs. And these programs come with, at the undergraduate level, both a co-op and at the postgrad level, an opportunity for the internship. For us, we do have 3 intakes per year, September, January, and May. And I think what makes us quite flexible is that if you get accepted for some intake, say, for example, January 2023, but because maybe the visa's been delayed, given the fact that the embassy is taking its sweet time to process applications, if you don't get the visa in time, or you decide that, you know, you're not ready to come study with us yet, you can simply defer until May or until the September intake. We'll actually hold your spot for you. And certainly if you are interested in the support services we offer, we do have a lot of job fairs throughout the year, but we host a very large job fair in October where we bring over 200 companies to campus, as well as in March before graduation. If you are interested to apply, obviously the January intake is closed, but certainly the next intake would be for May 2023 and September 2023. For the May intake, the deadline is going to be February 1st, and for the September intake, it will be April 15th. Because you have been very kind to turn up to this event, I'm actually going to be at the Futures Abroad office later in early December. If you would like to schedule some time to speak or to meet in person to go over any questions, whether it's about undergraduate programs, postgraduate programs, questions about bringing your family to Canada, certainly I'd be more than happy to discuss that and arrange some time to speak.
Super, thanks, Brett. If I may ask, what are the upcoming careers you're seeing in Canada in terms of both undergrad and postgrad? Brett, I can't, you're not audible, Brett. No, somehow not able to hear you.
Sir, if you could.
Can you, Ahmed, can you unmute Brett, please?
Yes, ma'am.
There we go.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, so no, as I was saying, so in Canada, certainly some industries are very regional. For example, we have a very strong oil and gas program through our engineering technology program, not just in petroleum engineering technology, but electronics controls, instrumentation. And realistically, if you're looking to work in the oil and gas sector in Canada, you're probably looking at Western Canada, Alberta, you're probably looking at Saskatchewan. And it's really taking off again. I think for a number of years, certainly it was a bit down with the price of oil. And we have a program, Vandana, that if you already have an engineering degree, we can give you advanced standing in this engineering technology program where you can complete it within 2 years. Other programs that we offer, say, for example, in finance, if you're interested in going into investment banking, realistically, you're probably going to be looking at moving to Toronto. That's kind of the Mumbai of Canada. It's where the financial services sector is. But we do have a lot of partnerships within Toronto, within Bay Street, where students can do co-ops and internships, which, by the way, I would always strongly recommend. Most good public universities in Canada will have a co-op option, which is simply cooperative education. And that's in year 3 and 4. You'll have the opportunity to apply what you've learned in class, say, for example, in accounting, with an accountancy firm. And this is good, I think, because when you graduate, you have work experience, and companies often hire the students they have on the co-op. But generally speaking, if students are looking to study programs in healthcare management, occupational health and safety, if they're looking to go into the public health and health epidemiology programs that we offer across the country, these are hiring in record numbers. I think there is probably a recession looming at the moment, but certainly within Nova Scotia at the moment, there's actually a labor shortage. There's not enough people to work the jobs available. So sometimes I hear students saying that they can't find jobs while they're studying. And this might be the case in other parts of Canada, but certainly in Nova Scotia at the moment, I know there are students working multiple part-time jobs and working full-time immediately after they graduate.
Great, amazing. We have a question here, whether, what about computer science and IT related careers? Do you see like an increased trend in or a lot of opportunities in Nova Scotia? Ahmed, can you unmute Brett?
There we go. Sorry, I just realized when I click mute, I can't unmute myself.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a great question. So we have a very strong program. It's actually a post-grad program in business analytics or in data analytics. It's a 2-year program. We require students to have an undergraduate degree, as well as some subjects in finance or statistics, because certainly the data analytics and the business analytics program is working with very large data sets. This is probably one of the fastest growing industries within Canada. And certainly as a business tie-up, we are partnered with IBM. IBM has its national headquarters in Nova Scotia. And if you are interested in studying data analytics, I think there's a lot of job opportunities, not just immediately after graduating, but certainly for the next coming years. And to qualify for these internships that we offer, say, for example, with IBM, we do require that you have at least a 70% Canadian average in year 1. We do want to put our students with our tie-ups that are, doing well. We don't want to be giving the students, of course, that are just passing or, are just on the margins. But certainly if you're coming with a strong background in statistics, maths, economics, and you're interested in data analytics, we absolutely have a postgrad program for you.
Amazing. So Brett, with the postgraduate programs you have, I know you have master's degree programs and you have postgraduate diploma programs. So for the postgraduate diploma programs, if it's a 1-year program, student gets a 1-year work permit upon graduation. And if it's a 2-year, yeah.
Yes, so all of our programs are at least 2 years in length.
Okay.
So that means anyone graduating automatically is eligible to apply for the 3-year postgraduate work permit.
Okay.
So we do have master's programs, post-baccalaureate programs, and undergraduate programs. I would say the big thing that separates the post-baccalaureate programs from our master's programs is that our master's programs require either a GRE or a GMAT score. I know some students are keen to ask for a GMAT or GRE waiver. This is not something our Dean of Business is too keen on. We do, in 99% of the cases, ask students write the GRE or the GMAT. But if you are really not interested in doing that, we do have the post-baccalaureate programs that are accredited by the government as higher than a bachelor's degree, but less than a master's. So we have something for everyone, I think.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, Brett. If you can please stay for a little bit.
Sure.
I am going to have the next presenter come online, and then maybe if you have questions, both you and Rachel can answer appropriately, if
Sure.
that's okay with you. Perfect. Thank
I'll
you so
keep it
much.
unmuted as well.
Really, really great session. Hi, Rachel. How are you? Ahmed, can you unmute Rachel as well, please?
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you. No, okay, I'm gonna. Can you try, Rachel? Ahmed is not done.
Okay, I think that's.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
I'm unmuted now.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Is
Great.
it okay if am I able to share my screen for you?
One
Trying to
second.
share it now.
Yeah, just 1 minute, please.
Okay, can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, shall I start, Vandana?
Rachel, I'm just going to introduce so people know who you are and what are you going to talk about today. So thank you so much, firstly, Rachel, for your time on a weekend and for coming to meet all our prospective applicants, students, and people passionate about Canada and other careers. So Rachel Forrester Jones is working with Western University in Canada, one of the leading schools, and is a director of health studies with Brescia University College. So Rachel today will be discussing the health science programs available in Canada. I know a lot of us get questions about health science, pre-med, med, etc. So I will be answering questions related to that. And Rachel will be giving you a program overview as well. So Rachel, over to you, and thank you again.
Okay, thank you so much, and thank you everybody. I hope you can hear me, and I see there's about 99 of you, so we're all in this together on a Sunday afternoon. So as billed, my name is Dr. Rachel Forrester Jones. I'm full professor and director of the School of Health Studies at Western University, and I'm going to talk to you specifically about my program, which is the Health Sciences degree. So if you're not interested in health sciences degree, this little chat is not for you, and you can go and put the kettle on and have a cup of tea or cup of coffee while I talk to you. I'm also going to be talking to you about one of our associate colleges, Brescia University, which is part of the whole Western conglomerate, but everybody that goes to Brescia gets a Western degree. I'm specifically from the School of Health Studies at Western. Okay, where is Western University? It's in the southwest of Ontario. It's in a place called London. Nothing like the London in the UK, where I'm originally from. Has all the same names. We even have St. Paul's Cathedral and the Thames, but it's very, very different. It's called the Forest City. Why? Because there's so many trees. It's very beautiful. It's very much on the borders of America. So if you can drive or you want to take a coach, it's about a 2-hour drive from Detroit. It's about a 6-hour drive from Chicago, and it's about 1 hour and 15 minutes from Toronto. At which point you can get a flight to New York. You can be in Manhattan for the weekend and back again studying. It's by the Great Lakes. It's a very beautiful province. It's a very beautiful part of Ontario. And of course, we're very near Niagara Falls, which is a World Heritage Centre. So London, Ontario then. These are just a few kind of strap lines for you. It's called the Forest City. It's a fairly small, in a sense, it's a fairly small city of about 400,000, but it is actually Canada's largest city. And you know that Canada is a very nice place to live anywhere in the provinces, any province, because it's underpopulated compared to other countries. And I've talked about those other key selling points. Okay, so the University of Western then, it's ranked amongst the top 1% of higher education institutions worldwide. It's known as a U15 university. That means it's the top 15 universities in Canada. It's very research intensive. It means that all our teaching scholars, all our professors are engaged in research, and we have a very high research impact reputation. That means not just writing about research, not just collecting the data, but actually having an impact, a change on society and communities worldwide. So it's a very prestigious degree, and we have a huge alumni network. Students have in excess of 200 plus clubs and teams. There's about 44,000 students, and the facilities include multiple libraries and state-of-the-art recreation centre, everything that you would expect from a North American campus, including a Gold Star Olympic style swimming pool and all the sports facilities that you would enjoy. That picture there that you can see is the actual my building. That's where I have my office, and that's where we have our lectures in health sciences, the Faculty of Health Sciences. I'm just going to come back to Brescia. I'm just going to talk about the Bachelor of Health Sciences just for a minute. Okay, so if you're interested in health sciences, then the program is basically a pre-med. Vandana will tell you more about this if you're interested. But if you want to do medicine or dentistry or pharmacy, then you do have to take a pre-med in Canada. Why is that? It's just the way it is. I think it's probably the best way. I've come from the UK, so I would say that the students that do a pre-med in health sciences go on to be better, well-informed, more confident doctors. Now, why would you do a degree in health sciences? I'm sure there's many of you out there that are not even thinking of doing it, but let me try and persuade you. Health is the one thing that we've learned from the pandemic. Healthcare systems, the need for good health, the need for public health, just health in general has been highlighted intensely. We can't do anything without our health. It also means that because of the pandemic, we're not out of it yet. We have the pandemic at the moment ongoing, but then we have polio coming on board. We've got monkeypox. We've got cyber terrorism. And as I speak, the UK has had 2 cyber terrorist attacks on its National Health Service in the last few months. This is what does this mean? We've also learned that there's been huge inequities in health across the globe, and there's lots of areas of health that need sorting out. We know that governments across the globe are also ripping up their health policies or reimagining their health policies as I speak. This means that there are going to be an incredible amount of jobs in health, not just in terms of doctors, not just in terms of pharmacists, and not just in terms of dentists or dietitians, but also people that are interested in health analytics, people that are interested in solving the problems that we have predominantly at the moment in health. And we're hoping, of course, that you as the next generation that are thinking of doing degrees are going to solve some of these health problems. So in health sciences, what's the difference between a degree in health sciences and a degree in a Bachelor of Medical Sciences? Well, of course, if you want to do medicine in Canada, you can do any degree you want, actually, any pre-med degree. You can do it in English, French, archaeology, anything you want. But of course, most people will take a degree related to health if they want to go on to do be doctors or dentists or pharmacists. The pre-med Bachelor of Medicine degree, which we also do at Western in our famous Schulich Medical School of Dentistry and Medicine, you can do that. That's all about the body, the chemistry, the physiology of the body, very intensive, just about the body. Health sciences, though, looks at things a bit wider. You do have to have biology in order to do our degree, but that's basically it. As long as you've got biology, you can do it. We look at the body, we look at anatomy, we look at biology, but we also look at the personal and social determinants of health. The personal determinants of health relate to behavior. What behavior impacts our health? Well, for example, smoking, anti-vaccination, not being vaccinated, HIV and AIDS, and so on and so forth. We look at our own personal decision-making and personal behavior, as well as epidemiology, as well as genetics. We then look at the social determinants of health as well. The social determinants of health linked to socioeconomic reasons, pollution, poor housing, poverty, inequity. We look at healthcare law, we look at healthcare policy, we look at health prevention, all of those aspects of health that you need to have a rounded view of health and will make you better doctors, better dentists, better pharmacists. And if you decide that you don't want really, you come to university and actually maybe your parents want you to do medicine or dentistry, and maybe you're not really that sure, but if you go on to do medicine straight away or the BMed, of course, you're narrowing your focus a little bit. But if you do health sciences, there's a whole world of other jobs out there that you can do. And a lot of our alumni have gone on to do that. With our health sciences degree, you can specialize. You can either do a health sciences single honors, or you can do joint honors with kinesiology or sports science. You can do it with the famous Ivy Business Administration at the Ivy School, which is the 4th in the country in Canada. You can also go on to do it with other programs. But this is just a kind of a snapshot of what you would do in year 1, personal and social determinants of health, as what I've said, as well as resilience and well-being. And then you would take a range of other courses, very broad. There's a huge amount of courses that you can take for your electives, and you can specialize. So, for example, we also know that in society at large and across the world, and this links to the social development goals, We have an older population coming on board. We've got a much older population, you know, that the pyramid that should really go like that, with a lot of people at the bottom of the pyramid and older people at the top, which are fewer. It's all going like this now. It means that we have more older people with allied health conditions, like, for example, arthritis, with chronic heart disease, with diabetes, with dementia. So we need healthcare people. We need people that are interested in health and experts in health for all of these, looking at these range of areas. And with our course, we have gold standard scholars who are award-winning scholars. Look at our website and you'll see them. We take people away to, we have lots of experiential learning. We have lots of opportunities to do practice, professional practice, practicums, internships. We have links with the UK, we have links with Scandinavia. Each year we take a group of students who are interested in aging and health, in our global health, aging and health. We take them to Scandinavia, to Oslo, to Karolinska Institute in Stockholm, and then to Denmark. And we look at what health technology Scandinavia is providing. So, you know, this is a great opportunity for you to do something that maybe you haven't thought about doing, or maybe you're thought about doing and you're not so sure about how to go about it. Now, there is another offer here. As I mentioned earlier, we have a Brescia University College, which is the only all-female college in the whole of Canada. That is part of Western University campus, which is about 500 acres, okay? So it's on the campus. That, by the way, you can see the architecture there. That's what Western campus looks like. It's very, very beautiful with all of this old architecture from the late 1800s. Brescia is an all-women's campus of approximately only 1,500 students. So it's part of Western. You get a Western degree, but if you're a woman and you want to maybe have live in an all-female college, then you can do that with this health sciences degree. The student faculty ratio at Brescia is only 11:1, whereas it's going to be a lot more, maybe more between 80 and 100 and plus to 1 on the main Western campus. So the average size class at Brescia is only 25, and they have a wraparound comprehensive student support service. Again, in terms of what I said about the degree, if you want to do the degree, it will prepare you for the following careers: a medical doctor, dentist, pharmacist, health analyst, bioethicist, health policyist. But those are just, to name a few. So with this kind of deal for women in particular, I'm just talking about now, men can do health sciences, no problem at all. I'm just talking about women that might want to have the experience of being in an all-female college at the moment. You can have the Bachelor of Sciences, but 4 years guaranteed accommodation. Why is that important? Normally, whatever university you go to across the world, you will be guaranteed 1 year accommodation on campus, okay? And then they kick you out and ask you to find a place downtown with some friends, and that's where you'll be for the rest of your university career. Some of you that might be great, and you might really want that, and that's fantastic. Others of you might feel that you would like to be in an all-female college for the whole 4 years. So with this degree, if you sign up with us in terms of health sciences, you will get 4 years guaranteed accommodation in that beautiful Brescia. You'll do all of these courses, some of them at Western, some of them at Brescia. You can see that link there, and I know that this is being recorded, so you can have a look at it later on. As I said, you can do single honours degrees, or you can do dual degrees of health sciences and business, and you can also do a concurrent degree. That's a 5-year degree in health sciences and food and nutritional sciences, and at the end of that you get 2 degrees. So if you're interested in dietetics or food, again, massive, there's going to be lots of jobs in those areas in terms of food security, for example, then that might be a degree that you think about doing. These are very marketable degrees. Just a little bit to whet your appetite about the accommodation in Brescia. It's luxurious. It was built with females in mind. It's got wall-to-wall closets. It's got a lovely seating area with a window there. It's got a queen-size bed, and you have your own vanity unit and a nice bathroom. It's en suite. because you do, they're famous for nutrition at Brescia, then the food is absolutely fantastic. They'll do any food that you want, including halal meat, anything at all. It's a one-of-a-kind university eatery, and all of us that are on Western Campus, we try whenever we can to go over there and eat because it's so good. This Brescia University College and Western, it's introducing this new educational partnership just for health sciences degree. And I'm hoping that I can show you a quick video here if it works, and that will hopefully.
Rachel, I can't hear the video for some reason.
Okay, but I can hear it fine, so I'm really sorry, but I will send a link to Vandana, and you can maybe watch that another time, Vandana. You can send it on to anybody, that's no problem. Now, just a very quick synopsis.
Sorry to interrupt, Rachel. Sorry to interrupt. I'll give you the voice.
Sorry?
I'll make the voice come. 1 minute. Huh? 1 minute.
Okay. So again, this is for males and females, Bachelor of Health Sciences. If you're a male, you apply through the Ontario University Application Centre. But if you are a female, you can apply through Brescia University College, okay? If you want the 4-year accommodation deal, this is the only deal with health sciences. Let me see now if this will work. Do you think this is going to work if I click on it?
Yeah, let's try that.
Yes, yes, yes. If you could please
Okay.
play it.
Can you hear it now?
No.
Ma'am, I think you have to make Rachel the co-host so that she will be able to share the sound as well.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay.
Have you made me the co-host?
I'm just doing it.
It is a competitive degree. You have to get over 82%. There are various ways that we take into the IB, the baccalaureate, we take A levels, we take the American system. So, you know, don't worry about that. You just need to make sure you have biology in your repertoire of courses. Okay, do you think it's going to work now?
Let's try, Rachel. If not,
let's
then
try one more
share the
time.
recording with others.
Okay. It works. Can you hear it?
No. It's okay. I'll share it with them. Rachel, just share it with me. I'll send it to everybody as a recording.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Not audible, ma'am. Not audible.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Emma.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, just to
It's
let
okay,
you
no problem.
see here, it's 85% final average based on 4.0 grade 12 academic courses, including biology. And that is for, which one is that? That's for the American system, but we have other, I don't think they're visible at the moment. I can't go further down now, but we have, I mean, I can tell you about the other systems as well. Application opens October the 1st and closes mid-January. So if you're thinking of doing this, get your applications in Toot Sweet. They're going like hotcakes. I've just spent the last 5 weeks in the Middle East, and I can tell you there's been a lot of appetite for this. But whatever you do, even if you're doing engineering, even if you're doing business, even if you want to do, you know, technology, just think about health, because that is where the jobs are going to be in the future. Okay, health, health, health. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rachel. That was very helpful. And I totally agree with you that there are jobs in health sciences, in technology related areas. And to all the students and parents here today who are thinking of either technology oriented programs or, as Brent has well said, there's a lot of opportunity for data science. medical science, health science, etc., look at the opportunities and your interest. That's more important. One quick question to Rachel and Brett. I know, Rachel, I'm not sure if you will be able to answer, but there is a nursing program as well. How open are you as university administrators for accepting international students? I do get a lot of questions about nursing and admissions. So if any of you want to talk a little bit about it, that would be great.
Okay, well, I can just talk very briefly about nursing in my faculty because I'm from the Faculty of Health Sciences. And so within my faculty, I am one school, I'm the School of Health Studies, but we also have the School of Nursing. And we have the School of Physical Therapy, we have and Audiology and Communication and Occupational Therapy and Kinesiology. So, yeah, we have international students doing nursing. There's no reason why you shouldn't. And actually, you'd be a lot more marketable if you have a degree, an international degree in nursing. And then you get the sort of the vanguard of what's going on in another country. So I think that's a very good opportunity if you can get a scholarship even to come over, or if you can, even if you're just paying yourself, then that's a very good investment in nursing, both males and females. And just a word to the males here, there's a lot more males doing nursing now. We need more male nurses. So if you're thinking about doing nursing, then, you would be very, very marketable in, very, very sought after in the market. You wouldn't be out of a job, I don't think, if you do nursing.
So Rachel, if I understand it correctly, you are welcoming international students to apply as well. I know it is competitive, but open to the idea of giving admission to international students for nursing?
Yes, of course, there's no problem. I'm not from nursing, so you would have to ask specifically, but we definitely have international students. So, I can't see why not, but obviously it's not my school. So yeah.
Perfect, great, super. Brett, I know you have a BSc in nursing as well. Just some insight from you on that will be great, because we get a lot of students who are talking about nursing and want to get to Canada to pursue a nursing degree.
Sure. So up until just 18 months ago, our School of Public Health and the Health Sciences, as well as nursing, were under one school. They've since separated, and there is a separate School of Nursing now. Nursing in Canada is extremely competitive. Healthcare is funded by the province. So for us, we currently have 80 seats available for nursing, with priority given to Nova Scotia residents first, and then all other candidates. So students from Ontario and international students are considered the same. We only have one intake per year of nursing, and like I said, it's extremely competitive. We probably get 600 applications for nursing a year with only 80 seats. But saying that, we do accept probably 5 or 6 international students a year on direct entry. What a lot of our international students will do is that they'll apply for the first year of public health and the health sciences. Once they're a Nova Scotia resident for 1 year, they'll actually apply for nursing while in Nova Scotia. And all of those subjects they took in year 1 of the health sciences transfer over into the nursing faculty. It's certainly not guaranteed, but if students are interested in nursing or the health sciences, we have a lot of international students in both faculties.
Oh, great. That's really good to know. And I'll steer the applications towards both Western and Cape Breton University. So that's awesome.
If I could add one thing just on that, Vandana. So the nursing program, it's based on a bell curve for non-Nova Scotia residents. So while all applications are considered, we have one intake per year, and students must have all documents submitted by February 15th. That would be their transcripts, that would be their IELTS score, as well as we do require something called the CASPER exam. It's a psychometric test that students do have to complete, and we would need all of those documents submitted by February 15th.
Okay, fantastic, great.
Yeah, I would just add to what Brett says that obviously it is a provincial issue and it's a governmental issue, funding, and so it is competitive. And I would advise you to go straight to nursing and ask them directly, what are your chances? But if you were thinking of going into nursing, you could do the health sciences degree first. and then go into nursing after as well. That's another option.
Yeah. And I think we all know that nursing is a great career in Canada, and so is other health sciences, public health, and other science, medical and health science related programs with great career prospects. As Rachel said as well, that, you know, it's an aging population. There is a need for more healthcare workers. So great country to look for options as well. Thank you so much, Brett and Rachel, for your time. We do have some options in the chat. I will be sharing, Rachel, the health science brochure and your contact details with all the attendees today. And I will keep you posted. And Brett, I will be sharing your program details, and looking forward to seeing you, Brett, soon in our office as well. So if anybody here in the session wants to meet Brett, he will be available with Futures Abroad very, very soon. All of you will get the date and time when he's coming, so you can book appointments. Rachel, we look forward to having you over very soon again, back in the UAE. And I do have some great interest for you as well. I'll be sending some applications to you as well. All right, and everybody else who has questions for Rachel or Brett, I will be sharing their personal emails.
Sorry, no, not my personal email, Vandana, but it'll be Rasha's.
Rasha's email, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, and Melissa's, email. Yeah.
Yes.
I won't be able to answer. I won't be able to answer all of those questions.
Perfect. Thanks for that. I will make a note of it. No problem. But thank you so much for your time on a Sunday, both of you.
Okay. You want us to go now?
Yes, enjoy your Sunday. Thank you. I'm going to carry forward the session.